Were you like chosen to come partake in this exchange program?
Yeah, I was chosen to take part in this exchange program.
You're the chosen one.
I was the chosen one. Actually, my family quite support this. They wanted me to like go.
Go, we don't want you.
We don't want you. We don't want you. Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome once more today. I'm in Dresden with a friend of mine, Chang.
That was perfect. that was perfect.
So, how are you today, Chang?
I'm pretty good. It's the end of the day, but I still have enough energy to
End of the day, what time is it? It's just 9 p.m.
Well,
some people are just getting started.
If this is the time when you guys are getting started, well...
Tell us about yourself.
I'm just gonna do a quick introduction about myself. I come from Vietnam, 22 years old, and I'm studying in the University of Dresden in media studies. Like, if you want to know more about the studying, you can check out other videos from Mike, like about my journey from Vietnam to Germany. I'm gonna say I went to high school in Vietnam that is specialized in German as a second language. So people can choose to study German or Japanese when they enter 10th grade.
So this is very specific to the school.
This is very specific. There are some schools in Vietnam where you can like choose to study a second language. It's not compulsory, but you can choose to do that. Yeah. Somehow Germany still managed to have a connection to me. I wanted to enroll in the Japanese class actually at first, but I also didn't choose that. I didn't really like the Japanese class in that high school, so I just ended up in a normal class without any second language. So I didn't actually join this class at first. It wasn't the beginning of my journey to studying German. Rather, I attend another music school in Vietnam, which has a direct connection with another music school in Germany. And the music school in Vietnam wanted to like send me on an exchange trip to this music school in Germany, in a very small city of Germany.
Greifswald, right?
No, it's not Greifswald.
Not Greifswald?
Not Greifswald. Okay. The city is called Wernigerode.
Wernigerode. In which state is that?
In Sachsen-Anhalt, so it's like below Sachsen.
You've really been in the east the whole time, right?
Yeah, I'm like, raised and born. And so that was actually the reason why I wanted to study German.
Were you like chosen to come partake in this exchange program?
Yeah, I was chosen to take part in this exchange program.
You're the chosen one.
I was the chosen one. I think it's because they know that I have the potential, because I didn't have any like German knowledge before that, but they kind of saw that I can like really push myself, and yeah.
Okay.
So I started studying German in 2014 or something. I got my B1 certificate.
From Vietnam.
Yeah.
It's not like you had any special interest in Germany. You just told that the school you attended was somehow connected to Germany.
Yeah, it was like really Destiny or something. Yeah, so I went on this exchange trip in music school in Germany for 10 months, and then I came back to Vietnam.
So the goal was actually for you to come to Germany and learn music.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty interesting. I thought exchange programs usually happen at the university level and not at the high school level.
This is not common. The director of this music school, and she was like really active. She had a lot of like private connection here in Germany.
Yeah.
So she also tried to make that happen, that I could go to Germany as like an exchange student with that school, with that particular school.
And so you learned German first. And how long did it take you to learn German back in Vietnam?
It was quite a rush for me. It took me 4 months to achieve the B1 certificate.
And this was required for you?
It was required because when you apply for a visa, they require you to like have a basic German knowledge to like go to Germany, especially in a high school where everything is taught in German. So
100%.
Yeah, everything is.
You must be really good in German. I mean, German high school it's like. Yeah, would you say it's more difficult at the high school level than at the university? It's kind of confusing right now, you know?
I would say that, yeah, I was gonna say that because, you know, high school in Germany is like Gymnasium. Gymnasium is like for students who are determined to study in the university, and therefore they have like really good like base knowledge. The things that are taught from, you know, primary school, they keep it and they just make it them like a whole thread throughout their like learning process. So there are some base knowledge about maybe the German society, or there's some like very specific biological terms that you have to know in order to take exams. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite tough in comparison to uni, where you are like placed in an environment where like everyone is like at the same level, kind of.
Yeah, that's true. And so you learned German for 4 months. How did you learn this?
It was quite a struggle learning it for the first time. So I studied German for 5 days a week, and each day I spent about 4 to 5 hours studying German with my tutor.
A private tutor.
A private tutor, because like I could have visited public German center, but it wouldn't be as effective.
Yeah, that's true. Was a tutor German or?
She was Vietnamese. She was really good. I was pretty fortunate to have met her. She also went to the same high school with me, actually.
Cool. You know, the connection keeps going, right?
Yeah, it's like this whole destiny thing, you know. It's like so.
Your destiny's in Germany.
I'm not sure if my destiny is like connected to Germany once and for all, but like
so far it's leading you to Germany.
Yeah.
And to be more specific, Eastern Germany.
That's kind of true.
Yeah, I mean, why not? So tell me, how was the exchange program like? You passed the German course, B1, and then you came to Germany.
Yeah, I spent, I guess, about 2 months where I just sat in class and I understood nothing.
Yo, I can imagine.
It was intense.
Yeah.
It was intense, especially subjects like biology. Biology, because it's like a mix of like a lot of literature and maybe a little bit of mathematical thinking, or like social, natural science.
Okay.
But like there are a lot of biological terms where you have to really know. And chemistry is also a thing. History, those kind of subjects.
What were you learning exactly? I thought it was just the music stuff.
Music school here, they also have to study normal subjects too. Dude, it was intense. We have to cover all of the normal subjects in a normal gymnasium too. We have extra music hours, and we can join in a choir. We sing in choirs, and we all have to learn the piano.
Okay, but then you also did other subjects.
Yeah, I also did other subjects like every other student in that music school.
So did you complete your high school in Germany then, or back in Vietnam?
No, I spent 1 year there, and then I came back to Vietnam in 2016.
But at that time, did you have plans to come back to Germany and study?
I actually felt quite relieved to be able to come back to Vietnam, because it's gonna be tough, you know. Like actually completing the Abitur there, I think it's tough.
Yeah,
it's like the final
high school examination.
And also like my biggest struggle has to be sports. Like I'm pretty unsporty. Like I was really struggling in every sport at that school. People were so sporty. Yeah, I was pretty glad to be able to come back home.
Okay, and so you finished your high school in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And then you thought about coming to study in Germany again.
Yeah.
And what was the drive then? I mean, if you were so relieved after high school, why did you decide to come back again?
I was relieved because I thought the high school was kind of out of my league, but I don't think the uni is out of my league. The uni, they don't require you to do sports, luckily.
And then when you thought about coming to the uni, so what did you decide to do? Like how was the process?
The process with me is pretty simple, because my high school, which has the option to study German, they also have this other connection with another uni.
Another connection.
It's all about networking, baby. In Germany, they call that like Vitamin B, you know.
Yeah, Vitamin B.
Vitamin Beziehung. And we got that connection to the Uni Greifswald, and we got to do the entrance exam for the Studienkolleg directly in Vietnam, and we also knew the results like sooner than the other international candidates. I knew that I took it. I knew that I passed.
And the school here in Germany, Greifswald, they accepted the result from Vietnam.
Yeah, 100%. We did the exam, and the exams were shipped from Vietnam to Germany, so that the German teachers could grade it, and then they are sent back. And
so you took the entrance examination, you passed, and then what did you do next?
And so I just prepared for my trip to Germany, because I thought it'll be good for me to be studying, like spending my college years in another country. Okay. I could be more independent and get to know other things that are out of my horizon.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And how did your family feel about this? Family, friends, other people that you were going to leave? How did that feel?
Well, actually my family family quite support this, so they wanted me to like go find out new things.
Go, we don't want you.
We don't want you. We don't, no way.
I don't think that was like that. I mean, they were like, go, we wish you well.
Yeah.
And tell me, so, but you had to apply for a visa, right?
Yeah, so the visa process is like, so yeah, you know that you passed from the University of Greifswald. This is also the place where they offer their student collating. So they will send you like a certification of passing the exam.
Okay.
Like so you bring that piece of paper with other of your documents, like a certification of finishing high school in Vietnam and other stuff like that, to the embassy. And then you apply for the visa to come to Germany as a student.
Student visa.
Yeah, there are different types of visa, of course. I was gonna say pizza.
Yeah, great. So what were the requirements for the visa application?
It's a quite common question. So the specific requirements for this are all written in the website of the Vietnamese embassy. But I think you have to finish your high school in Vietnam. You have to have passed the entrance exam into one university in Vietnam. You have to have that certificate.
Pass an entry examination to a university in Vietnam.
Yeah. So we have like the graduation exam in the high school, and we have the entrance exam in the uni. Okay. Sometimes they are merged into one, sometimes not.
Okay.
And there are more. There's your German certificate.
So you already had a B2 by then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. Those are the basic stuff. Oh yeah, and you also have to get your study documents checked by the embassy. I think that's another place that
like
checks for you.
Authentication of your documents.
Yeah, I think they call it APS or something. APS check.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about your means of financial sustenance?
Yeah, you also have to prove that you have enough money to live in Germany for at least 1 year.
Blocked account.
A blocked account.
Okay. And tell me, so what's the essence of this preparatory study program, the Student Colleague?
The Student Colleague is like meant for you to train to better your German for the university, because like the B1 certificate, that kind of German, and the university German, they're like two different levels. And also they would prepare you with like sufficient German knowledge about the German history, German society, especially if you're attending like social science courses. You will be studying history, German, literature, and if you're studying other courses, you're attending other courses, they will prepare you with maths or informatics, physics, things like that.
Okay. Yeah. And before then, you already knew what you wanted to study after the preparatory program, right?
Yeah, because you have to show that you have passed the entrance exam in a uni in Vietnam. You have to pass like a course in Vietnam that is going to be like the same as the course you're going to attend in Germany. So if you apply for journalism in Vietnam, you can apply for media studies in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by the way, guys, we did a video on media studies, so you can also watch that.
Yeah.
So passing the entrance examination, blocked accounts, the language requirement, and also selecting a potential study program that you want to take here. Okay. How was the visa application like? So you submitted your document, and then that was it. How long did you have to wait to get the response?
The first time I did it, it took like 3 weeks or something.
Okay.
The first time when I went on this exchange program, because we were kind of not that official. We went by a very private program, so it took a lot more effort and more documents. The second time we went through my school, which has like connections with the embassy, so like
vitamin B.
Yeah, it's the vitamin B, So the embassy, they know our school, they know the students.
Yeah, we know this.
They have a list. So we mainly just arrange our documents in the right order that the embassy wanted, and we came there on person. We handed it in. If we are not old enough, like not
up to 18.
Not 18, then our parents also had to come with us.
Okay.
And yeah, we hand in our documentation. It lasted about 2 weeks or so.
Okay, that's really easy. And tell me, how long did the Student Colleague last?
It lasts for about a year, like 2 semesters.
Okay. And how was the experience like?
It was really cool. It was actually one of the coolest experience of my journey here.
So Greifswald was cool.
Like the Student Colleague was cool.
The Student Colleague was cool, but not Greifswald, the place where
it was okay.
Okay.
I guess it's because it was when I started doing the YouTube channel, and also we were quite chill back then. We didn't have a lot of tasks, and we had a lot of free time. We were such a small group, so the teachers were also like really friendly, and we were quite close to each other.
Yeah. Okay. And how many were you people in the class for the Student Colleague?
I think we were about 25, 22 something.
And how big is this university? University of Greifswald, right?
Yeah, University of Greifswald. I don't think it's that big. I think we were about 2,000 people at most.
The whole university?
In the whole university.
Okay, that's not really big.
Yeah, like every semester, the student college Greifswald only take in like 12 people from all applicants.
Okay. How about someone who does not want to do the student college? Are there some kind of alternatives for you to?
I guess that there are, but then you will have to like spend more time studying in Vietnam.
Yeah.
You will have to have finished 2 semesters in Vietnam in a Vietnamese college before
so applying. Like 1 year.
1 year or 1 year and a half.
Okay.
I would have to check the concrete number.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, then I think this is a really special case, you know, like
yeah.
And you can imagine like you started really pretty young, so from high school, did the exchange program, and then went back, thought about Germany, and then you also already had the B2 by then, so it was pretty easy for you. But I guess overall the idea is, depending on where you study, that you can have this direct connection if your school has the affiliation to another university here. And I do believe that the initial exchange experience was really good for you, and
that's true. That really helped me a lot.
I guess this also showed you like, okay, what it means like to live in Germany.
Yeah, I was really lucky to have had so much connection with Germany before I started studying in here. And also I think the high school decision was already really fundamental for me. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool guys. I mean, is there anything I'm missing? I think I have everything. Oh, okay. Finally, before we round it up, what would you recommend or what would you advise to someone who's thinking about coming to study in Germany from Vietnam? I mean, not everyone has the vitamin B. So what would you say to someone who does not have the vitamin B? How should they go about it if they want to study in Germany?
Well, I would say if you don't have the vitamin B,
go get the vitamin B.
Go get the vitamin B. God, you just read my mind. Really, you just have to connect and network. If you're Vietnamese, and we use Facebook a lot, just go to Facebook groups, Facebook pages, ask people there how the processes goes, because there must be more people who don't study in any specific high school at all.
That's right.
Who have succeeded into going to Germany. So just go out there, do some research, and prepare soon enough. When it comes to Germany, it really comes to like preparing stuff, preparing.
In advance, yeah. I think it's really about preparing, networking, connecting with people. Because if you ask me, it's like, I don't know, maybe what worked yesterday, last year, last month may not really be applicable today, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of changes all the time. So the best thing would be get connected, try to reach out to people who are already there doing what you want to do or who did what you want to do, and just take it up from there. I mean, of course, you can also read stuff from the university website, what I was saying. But the truth is, most times when you read these things from home, you usually don't understand.
That's true.
It becomes easier if you talk to someone who already has the experience. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Any final words?
Well, thank you guys for joining us in this video until now. I wish you guys all the best in your journey to Germany or to whatever land you are planning to. And just have fun in living in Germany.
Or living abroad.
Wherever that
have
is. Fun in your life.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you around.